I have a first grader and he loves playing cops and robbers. He's 6 years old and he's the sweetest little kid. His friends like playing cops and robbers. Luckily, they don't go to Bagley Elementary School in Jefferson County in Alabama, or if they did play cops and robbers on the playground and made finger guns, they would be treated as drug dealers. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What's up, Wolverines? Welcome back to the channel. My name is John Crump, and this is John Crump News, where we discuss 2A issues every day. If you so choose, please subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot to me, and it helps me grow. And it's Friday, and it's been a long week, but you need to be pissed off a little bit because I'm pissed off, so you get to be pissed off too. And this story doesn't involve guns, but it involves fingers. Now, I know it sounds like I'm joking, but I am truly not. There is a school down in Alabama in Jefferson County named Bagley Elementary School. Now, Alabama is a deep red state that is usually very pro-gun, but in Jefferson County, not so much, at least for their schools. Bagley Elementary School has taken the most asinine action I have ever seen. Here's the stage. Two kids are playing cops and robbers on the playground. They make finger guns, as kids do, and as Biden does as well. The school sees this and flips the F out. Now remember, these guys are 6 years old. They are first graders. Now the school takes them into the office, calls their parents, and cites them for a class 3 infraction. Now, what is a class 3 infraction? A class 3 infraction is for things like assault with a weapon, arson, drug dealing, or making bomb threats. These are first graders, so they get suspended. The suspension is a class 3 suspension, which will go on these kids' permanent records, these 6-year-olds' permanent records. Now, remember, they're in first grade. I'm getting a little bit heated, but hey, it is what it is. So they are being prosecuted by the school for a class 3 type of violation of whatever school thing that they have there. They're being suspended. That gets lessened to a class 2 after the parents flip the F out, which I would as well. Well, guess what? Gun Owners of America and Bama Carey are now involved, and they sent a strongly worded letter through their attorneys to the schools, basically telling the schools that they have to fix this or there's going to be repercussions. So right now, the kids are still suspended for finger guns and playing cops and robbers, but I think this shows a bigger problem across the country. Schools are not a safe place for kids to be kids. One thing, there was the Pop-Tart incident a few years ago where some kid got suspended because Pop-Tart resembled the shape of a gun. I'm not even joking about that. That actually happened. So what I think needs to happen is the schools need to reflect on their policies and implement policies that actually protects kids while still allowing them to be children. And that is something that did not happen in Jefferson County, and that is something that did not happen at Bagley Elementary. So this letter was sent out this morning, and it's a great letter. I will link it down below so you can all read it yourself. And I agree with what Bama Carey says and GOA says in the letter. They call the actions of the school asinine, and it was. And hopefully schools around the country will stop this BS. I know you guys don't like guns, but stuff like this is harmless. Let kids be kids. I can't imagine my kids' school doing that, but they go to a private school, which is a pretty conservative private school. So I don't think that they would have the same issues. This is just ridiculous. There is an issue with over prosecution in the justice system, and there's an issue of over punishment in the school system. This should not even be an issue. There should be no punishment. They should be allowed to play cops and robbers on the playground because that's what kids do. Now, how are you supposed to teach kids common sense when the schools do not have common sense themselves? You can't teach something that you don't know, and schools need to get back to common sense, which they don't have. I would love to sit down with the school and get their take on it and to see why they think that what they did is okay. But when they receive a letter from GOA and Van McCary, they are going to seal up tighter than a duck's ass. I know this isn't really a Second Amendment story, maybe is a free speech story, but it is definitely a story that shows the stupidity of the public school system and is one of the reasons why my kids are not in public school. With the Gadsden flag thing, that was a private school, so maybe it's just not related to public schools. But I think schools need to get rid of the zero tolerance policies. They need to get rid of this crap that they are pushing. They need to go back to discretionary thinking. What I'm talking about when I say discretionary thinking is zero tolerance policies don't work and they're stupid. Every situation is different and every situation needs to be looked on individually and not grouped together with every other situation. And I believe not only for schools, but I believe in the criminal justice system, that should be the way it is. And if I had my way, these kids would still be out on the playground playing cops and robbers with no one caring. You have to wonder what the teacher thought. Why would the teacher interject herself into a situation like this? It just doesn't make sense to me. But once again, I'm a rational thinker and I have a little bit of common sense, not much, but I have enough common sense to know that these kids did nothing wrong. All right, I hope the school rescinds all their suspensions and they can return to school and get on with their academic career, which is not flawed at all, other than this situation. They're not troublemaker kids or anything else like that. So, yeah. That's it. So I hope you have a great weekend. I hope I have a great weekend. I'm going to go watch my 6-year-old, my first grader, play his first soccer game. I want to know what you guys think of the situation. Do you think the schools that your kids go to would do the same thing to them if they made finger guns? I'm really interested in that. Also, if you want to leave me a like, if you like what I do here, that would be perfect. So with that, I'm out of here. Stay vigilant, stay ever free, keeping the fight. Wolverine's mother.